If you're still doing in-person sales, you are wasting years of your life. And how do I know that? Well, I've been in the sales industry now for 9 years, and 6 years out of the 9, I was actually doing it in person. And looking back now of being remote compared to then, I wasted so much time, and that's what I'm going to be diving into on this training to hopefully give you that motivation and inspiration that if you want to finally move remote, you might already be doing it remote now, and this is just reaffirming to you why you moved remote, because wow, the opportunity now to do remote sales, do remote business compared to doing it in person, there are so many more benefits that outweigh the benefits of doing it in person, which I'm going to be diving into today. So my name's Callum Luke Webber, and I've been in the game for 9 years, but it was actually 3 years ago where I had this breakthrough moment where I was like, I need to go fully online because I felt trapped. I felt completely trapped. I was in high ticket sales in the solar panel industry. I was driving around on the motorway, leaving the house between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the morning in England, getting home at like 9 at night. I was absolutely wiped out. I was shattered from, driving to different homeowners' house to, sell them solar panels in the high ticket sales space between 10 to 25,000 pound solar systems. But I spent about 5-6 hours a day driving. Whereas when you're doing remote sales, that 5 or 6 hours that I was driving, I could have sat 5 or 6 sales calls in that time that I was driving. So you do that 5 days a week, do the maths. That's 30 hours. That's 30-hour appointments that you could be sat on a remote sales call instead. And now you've got all that time back to take more sales calls, which is going to help you make more money. But most importantly, you're going to be able to live life more. Yes, I was earning good money in high ticket sales in the solar panel industry, but I felt trapped. I ended up burning out because I literally didn't have a life. I had a girlfriend who I wasn't actually able to spend that much time with because all I was doing was driving to different appointments. The only time I'd get to spend time with her was a Sunday. But by the time I got to the weekend, I was so tired from my whole week of just working and driving and no time for me, no time to invest into my health. So if you're watching this and you resonate with the fact that all you do is work and all you do is your in-person sales role and you want to change, then from my experience of doing 6 years in person compared to being remote, it is just completely different. So what are the main benefits of actually going remote? Well, number one, like I mentioned, you're going to get so much more time back. Like I shared with you the maths then, the amount of time that you spend driving to people's homes or going to meet people in person, all that time you are wasted of driving, commuting, traveling, you could actually be using that time to be closing deals remotely, or you could be using that time to travel. You could be using that time to spend more time with your loved ones. You could be using that time to invest into your health. And that kind of leads me on to point number 2 is I was sacrificing my health because I was out on the road working 6 days a week. And by the time that I left the house and got home, I didn't really have the time to be cooking really healthy foods. I ended up eating out a lot of food when I was driving on the road, and that led me on to eating so many meal deals. I was eating food at going to services, and it really made me realize that if you're watching this and you're living somewhere like England or America, it's actually scary how much bad food there is in the world that we're living. You walk into supermarkets, like me and my girlfriend, we walked into a supermarket in the other day, 7-Eleven in Mexico, and I said to her, me and Ellie looked around the shop and we were like, there's nothing healthy here. And I had the same experience when I was in England and I was driving to appointment to appointment. I'd go to try and find somewhere to eat. It was just meal deals or it was takeaways. McDonald's, Subway, KFC, meal deals full of all sorts that we shouldn't be eating, but it's convenient. It was convenient for me at the time because I didn't have hours and hours to invest into getting good food shopping, doing the meal prepping. To be healthy, to be like an athlete, it can be quite time consuming. So when you're doing in-person sales, you don't really have the time to be able to do that. Whereas going remote, it gives you so much more time. You have all your travel time back. I could right now, this is where I'm living right now in Mexico, Tulum, literally outside my condo. I've come here to film a video before I'm going on to doing a closer training for Sales Growth Club team that we're representing. And I've been able to film this video before I go do that training because I've got the time to be able to do that. When you're in person doing sales, you just don't have as much time, okay? So that's the second point. But I'd say that the final point for me was the location freedom. I went from being stuck doing sales in England in a 50-mile radius from my home to now I've done sales and business in Bali, I've done sales and business in Turkey, I've done sales and business living in Thailand, now Mexico, Mallorca. I've been able to travel the world, but this time round, at the same time, I've been able to continue earning income, because I actually went traveling years ago when I didn't have a remote role. I didn't have a remote business or remote sales. I just went and traveled, and that experience was amazing. I lived in Thailand, I lived in India, and it was so amazing. However, I was constantly looking at my money just going down, 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 because I didn't have any way of increasing my income. Whereas now, there are so many opportunities online business to do remote sales, to do remote business, that the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. So my intention of this video right now was just to give you that motivation and inspiration that if you're ready to make that change, the line in the sand moment to get online, then I want to support you. So if you check the description, feel free to message me on Instagram with 888, so I know that you've come from my YouTube. And we're always recruiting. Me and my business partner Jordan, we're always recruiting for remote high ticket sales offers. We're partnered with a $25 million company. We're also partnered with multiple. We're partnered with property offers. We're partnered with coaching offers. We're partnered with solar offers. But we also actually recruit for other offers as well. If you're looking to make a break in the remote high ticket sales space, message me 888 on Instagram. Let's get connected. You can apply for our job board. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you, live your dream life, whatever that looks like to you. And before we wrap this up, I want you to close your eyes for me a moment. And I want you to breathe through your nose. Breathe out your mouth. And I want you to fast forward right now. You're a fully remote high ticket sales rep. You're traveling the world. You're living wherever you want to live. You're spending more time with your loved ones or your family. I want you to go to that point now. And now you're there. I want you to see what you can see. Visualize that moment. Increase the color of whatever you can see. If you can't see anything, that's completely fine. If you can't see something, what can you hear? How do you feel right now? I want you to be in that moment. And I want you to increase what you see. I want you to increase what you feel. And I want you to increase what you hear. Breathe through your nose. Breathe out your mouth. I want you to come back into the room. That moment that you just experienced right then, whether you felt it more, you saw it more, or you heard it more, you can make that happen. And the way to do that is by going all in with your sales skills, all in with your mindset, and finding the right vehicle to help you create that life. So I'm looking forward to connect with you on Instagram. My Instagram's in the description below. Get connected with me, Callum Luke W, and let's get connected. And yeah, let's help you create your dream life. Hasta luego.